Let's talk about a truly revolutionary idea. What if you could change the ending of your favorite movie? I mean, really change it. We're going to dive into how AI could let you rewrite Hollywood itself, and believe me, the implications are way bigger than you might think.
You know that feeling, right? The credits start rolling, the lights come up, and you're just sitting there thinking, what if? What happens next? Or what if that one character had made a totally different choice? It's a feeling every single fan has had.
For decades, that longing was just, well, part of being a fan. It was a daydream. But now, with generative AI, that daydream is starting to look like a radical new possibility.
And look, this isn't just some theory floating around in the ether. This very question, right here, posted on a Reddit forum, kicked off a massive conversation. It's such a simple but powerful idea. Maybe we don't have to just accept the ending we were given.
And we're talking about some legendary what-ifs here. I mean, fans have dreamed for years about a version of Die Hard 4 where John McClane is in the Amazon jungle. Or what about Neil Blomkamp's canceled Alien sequel that would have just pretended Alien 3 and 4 never happened? Or even taking a shot at, fixing the Star Wars sequels. These are the ghost stories of Hollywood.
Think about it. For our entire lives, we've basically been passive consumers of stories. The movie was a finished product handed down to us by the studio. That's it. But generative AI, this is the first real technological shift that could completely change our relationship with the stories we love.
And this is already becoming a reality. AI isn't some magic button you just press. It's a whole suite of tools. You can see here how it can get involved at every single stage, from outlining ideas based on a simple prompt, to writing dialogue for characters, composing music, and ultimately generating entirely new scenes from scratch. The fan is literally becoming the filmmaker.
But, and this is a big but, this incredible new power creates a huge fundamental conflict. It basically pits two very different, very human desires against each other. And that leads to two competing visions for the future of entertainment.
So, on one side, you have the ultimate dream of personalization. Imagine a movie sequel that is made just for you, an audience of one. You become a co-creator in the story. But on the other side is this deep human need for shared experience, which you might call the cultural campfire. You know, those water cooler moments where we all get to talk about a shocking plot twist. A story that only you have seen is a story you can't really share.
And this brings us to an even deeper, more philosophical question. If a machine can create a story, can we really call it art? This is the huge debate over artistry versus the algorithm.
I mean, that's the central question, isn't it? We instinctively look for a human intention, a unique perspective, a sense of struggle in the art we connect with. So can a story that's generated by an algorithm ever truly have that?
For the skeptics, it all comes down to authenticity. They'd argue that an AI-generated sequel, no matter how technically perfect it is, would just feel like really sophisticated fan fiction. Sure, it might hit all the right story beats, but it would feel hollow because it's missing that essential spark, that imprint of a human creator.
But then there's a really fascinating counter-argument. Proponents say, hey, maybe we're looking for the soul in the wrong place. They argue that what gives art its meaning isn't where it came from, but the emotional reaction it creates in us, the audience. If an AI-generated story makes you cry, or laugh, or think, well, does it really matter how it was made?
Okay, let's just say we could settle that whole philosophical debate. We'd still immediately crash into a massive practical wall, the law. The characters and worlds we love are owned by huge corporations and, well, they don't exactly like to share.
All right, let's start with the biggest hurdle, copyright. Simple as this. If you use an AI to generate a new story with, say, Luke Skywalker, you're using a character that is protected. And without permission from the owner, that's infringement. And that can have some pretty serious legal consequences.
Now, the main legal defense people talk about here is fair use. You can think of it like a movie review that shows clips to make a point. That's considered a transformative use. The problem is, nobody can agree if an AI creating a brand new story is transformative in the same way. It is a massive legal gray area that the courts are just now starting to figure out.
And it's not just about the story, it's about the actors themselves. The right of publicity protects their image and their voice. So you can't just go and create an AI Harrison Ford for your new Indiana Jones adventure without his permission. That right belongs to him personally.
So, we're left with this tangled web of unanswered questions. Who even owns an AI sequel? The person who wrote the prompt? The AI company? Maybe nobody. Who gets sued when something goes wrong?
And could a big studio get in trouble just for using an AI tool that was trained illegally? The whole legal landscape is an absolute minefield right now.
So, where does all this leave us? We've got the fan desire, we've got the technology, we've got the philosophical debate, and the legal mess. What does the future of entertainment actually look like?
Well, what's the most likely outcome here? It's probably not a future where one of these models just completely replaces the other. Instead, what we're likely heading towards is a future where two very distinct kinds of entertainment exist right alongside each other.
On one path, we'll still have those massive blockbusters, the huge event films that serve our need for community and give us something to talk about together. But on a parallel path, we're going to see a whole new ecosystem of personalized stories. You might go watch the big studio epic on Friday night and then spend your Sunday crafting your own version, satisfying that personal need for expression.
So, the director's chair is being virtualized. And really, it's being offered to all of us. The technology is here, the desire is undeniable, and the possibilities are absolutely endless. The only real question left is, what story would you choose to continue?